It just seems like my timing has been working out this way most of the night here. As soon as I get off, we get the new numbers in, and this is the new numbers we have now from Galveston County. So let me update those for you, get it over more positions. We're going to start with the city of Galveston race now, where we do have around 1,300 votes that from election day that are in now. Here from the city of Galveston. Craig Brown still leading the way with 54% of the vote in Galveston. He is the incumbent mayor. Again, so it's another contest between him and Bo Quiroga in there. Now we add Benjamin Herndon in the mix, but at this point, Craig Brown, 54% of the vote there. And again, with about 1,300 election day votes in. So our first election day results coming in. Let's go down to the other contested race. David Collins versus Frank Maceo, District 3 there, and with about 216 election day votes in. Collins leading the way with 54% of the vote there. Not surprising that we're going to have those Galveston numbers first on election day. Mikey Bouvier leading Alex Nelson, 106 day of votes to 80 there. He has a comfortable lead at 55% of the total vote. That's early in there. We do not have mail-in ballots counted yet, by the way, so just so everyone knows. John Paul Listowski leading the way still comfortably for re-election to District 5 in Galveston with almost 68% of the vote. District 6, Marie Robb, the incumbent there, comfortable lead for that West End district with 62% of the overall vote there. So a comfortable lead for her. City of Hitchcock, Proposition A. This is the EDC vote to allow spending on sports venue. Only 2 election day votes in there, so not much of a change, and they are against on that one. But still, most voters in Hitchcock so far saying they want that. Kemah City Council, no election day, so no change in those votes there. We're going to go ahead, though, while I'm at it here, give you an update since we do have some day of votes in. We're going to go up to the Galveston ISD propositions. There are 5 of them. The big one is Prop A. That's the one that's going to build the new Ball High School. It's the biggest price tag of all of that $333 million that they have there. And we're going to go to that now because we do have some election day votes, but it is still passing very comfortably here in Galveston ISD and bond propositions here. So we'll bring those up now. So here you go. Prop A, that's the one I was telling you is the big one. 62% of the vote, that's with the election day. If you look at the early vote count, 63% of the vote, not too far off. Those who went to the polls today favoring Prop A. That one is, again, the big part of that is funding the new Ball High School. That's the biggest price tag on that one there. Let me scroll down now. Prop B out of Galveston. That's passing as well with 57, almost 58% of the vote. 62% of the vote for Prop C to pass. Prop D, 61, almost 62% of the vote on that one. And Prop E, this is the only one that you would call close of all of these, but it's still a comfortable margin. 2,900 people voting yes on that one. So far, that's early returns as well as election day returns that are in thus far. And at this point, we don't have the mail-in ballots counted. Those are going to come in a little bit later. Hitchcock Independent School District, their bond proposition passing with 51% of the vote. Santa Fe ISD also with 51% of the vote. But again, there are no early returns on election day returns on Santa Fe ISD. There are 17 of those at Hitchcock ISD. So we'll see how that turns out there. Texas City ISD. So Lori Carnes picked up 2 more votes there and is leading now by 4 votes in that election there, where it was pretty close 2-vote margin on early voting, and now it's up to 4 votes between the two, between Lori Carnes and the incumbent Brian Thompson. But Lori Carnes, a 4-vote margin in that race there, but only election day voting count, only 2 of those in. So those will be coming in a little bit later. And why is it only 2? You don't see that. One of the things you got to remember, Galveston County has a countywide voting. There is a good chance those 2 votes actually came from a Texas City resident, lives in that, but voted on the island. And because if you're a Galveston County voter, you can vote at any of the precincts any of the polling locations, not precincts, any of the polling locations. So it's pretty convenient for folks. Harris County finally has that now too. So it's pretty convenient for folks. You work at UTMB, for example, or something. You can go to a Galveston Island location, even though you may live in Texas City. So that's something to look at. Proposition A, this is just in Bayou Vista. That's going to pass. That's the reauthorization of the sales tax usage for road repairs there. And in position 5, the only contested race there, you have right now Sam Bass leaving James Cook for alderman in city of Bayou Vista. Jenna Simpson, elected new member of council there in city of Dickinson. Jesse Brantley, also elected now on council in the position 6, the only contested race. Fred Linton picked up 2 more votes, so he's got 222 votes to John Juneman's 111 votes. And actually just, essentially doubling him at 66% of the vote. Friendswood, Brent Aaronwood is still leading the way, although Meg Crowley picked up 2 election day votes on the Galveston County side. But Aaronwood still with a comfortable lead, even as we look at the Harris County numbers. In fact, I will do that on a different screen here. Let me look up in there. Aaronwood has right now, and this is early returns only for Friendswood out of the Harris County side of things, has 76 votes to Crowley's 60 votes on the Harris County side. So if you add those in, he still has a comfortable lead in that. The propositions in Friendswood there, one is failing, the rest are passing. These are the charter amendments that are on the ballot in Friendswood. We're going to scroll down now and get to, again, Galveston Mayor. We started with this, but we'll come right back to it because we know there's a lot of demand for folks to see this one throughout the night here to do. And here we go. It's right. And someone just asked, who won mayor? We don't know yet. These are not final votes here for tonight, but most of the votes are being counted right now in Galveston. But at 1,300 votes, there was more that voted in Galveston today. We're pretty certain of that. It may not be much more, but it's there. Craig Brown leading comfortably there with 54% of the vote is for possible reelection in Galveston as mayor. Sharon Lewis and William Schuster were unopposed. David Collins, comfortable lead there over Frank Maceo, third time around. For these two to challenge one another, Collins has won the last 3 times here. We have now Michael Bouvier leading the way over Alex and Nelson in the open District 4 race. You remember Bill Quiroga, that's the brother of Roger Quiroga, passed away. And so that seat was open. John Paul Listowski, the incumbent, District 5, comfortable lead there. And the District 6 incumbent, Marie Robb, leading comfortably there as well. City of Hitchcock, this is Prop A. This is the EDC to be able to spend some of its money on a sports venue. That's passing pretty easily. Kemah, council position, no difference. What we've been telling you, no day of votes in on Kemah on those. But again, Teresa Vasquez Evans trailing by 7 votes. There she is, the incumbent. Darren Broaddus leading the way over Jeff Thompson in the position 2. And again, these are early returns. There are no mail-in ballots counted in this count yet. We'll hopefully have those in a short while. And then Doug Meisinger over Sheila Thorne right now, 151 to 146 votes. So that's a 5-vote difference between the two of them. Their position 5, Isaac Saldana over Mike Stackable, comfortable lead relatively here because there's going to be maybe a total of 400 votes, maybe total in Kemah for any of these positions there. The big one here, a lot of folks have been paying attention to. And then so Lamar tax referendum. This is the rollback. And right now, the rollback, more voters voting for it. Even when you see election day returns coming in the 27 so far that have been counted, there's 26 that added to the total there. So it's 588 to 226 votes in that. Let's go over again. We don't have new numbers coming out of Harris County. So we still only have early returns. We don't have election days out of Harris County side of the vote yet. Let me scroll down here. But Phil Johnson's still leading the way over Mark Denman for mayor. Lucy Summer is the top vote getter in a 3-way race. She has more than 53% of the vote there. So she has a comfortable lead. And then it's a close race really for position 4 In percentage numbers, not so much, but 232 to 195 between James Abbey, John Mahan. And the difference there is if Abbey can't pull 50% of the vote, it'll go to a runoff. Again, this is early returns only there. It does include mail-in ballots, by the way, in Harris County. And Michelle Weller is leading the incumbent Matt Pryor in the position 6 out of there. We do have final results. I don't have them up on the screen yet, but let me go ahead and read them off to you here for you as well. And this is the results out of Seabrook. These are final. So we're going to have a runoff in District 1 in Seabrook between Ed Klein, the incumbent, and Jackie Rasco there. Klein got 44% of the vote. Jackie Rasco got 48% of the vote, was the top vote getter, but no one got to 50%. So there's going to be a runoff in that race there. Again, these are final. This is everything in that. Tom Tollett beat Jackie Stillwell, 58% of the vote from Tom Tollett there. And then Buddy Hammond was running unopposed there in Seabrook. So a runoff for position 1, and then Tom Tollett elected in position 3 out of Seabrook. Let's go ahead and take a look again at the numbers out of Clear Creek ISD. I think we have that up still. Yes, we do. Give me a second here, and we will pull them up for you. These are not final yet either, but at this point, as you can see in District 1, Jessica Sitka leading the way with 770 votes to Misty Dawson, 759 votes. Let's refresh and make sure those numbers haven't adjusted yet. They did adjust. That's what I thought. All right, so now Misty Dawson back in lead in that race. She has 1,057 votes to 1,056. 1 vote difference between the two of them right now in that election there. That's District 1. And in the at-large position, Scott Bowen at 49% of the vote. He's the incumbent there with 3,500 votes. Kristen Garcia at 2,500 votes. We're waiting for final word from Clear Creek ISD to see if those numbers are final. But those are your Clear Creek ISD numbers as well. So again, still waiting for final results to come out of Galveston County there for us, and we'll have those for you as well. Let me go here and double check and see if we've got a return, any updates on the numbers out of Galveston County. And we don't from the 841 results. So there were more ballot boxes on the way. We don't expect them to be in until just about now. Then they got to get counted. So we'll have the next update coming on that as well. So those are your results. I know Charlie Segari is updating our numbers on the there's a separate post for the Galveston County elections. And then we also have a separate one for the Harris County elections. Again, only early returns on Harris County, except for Seabrook, which is final now. A runoff in District 1, then Tom Tollett, the winner in District 3. Position 3, I should say, in Seabrook. So those are results there. We'll have more results for you as we go out throughout the evening. Thanks for watching. I'm TJ Alt.